Welcome you guys. Thank you so much for visiting here. So in this video guys, we build a component that is ClickMany component with the help of HTML, CSS and JavaScript. But before we go into actual code and start building this component guys, I want to give you a warning. This video is not meant for the people who is completely beginners or who is new to JavaScript stack like HTML and CSS. If you are familiar and at least you are familiar with basics of JavaScript and HTML and CSS, then please go ahead and start building with me. If you're not, then guys pause the video and learn this thing first. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Guys, now let's start building this component. I use CodePen for building. Just navigate codepen.io. But if you want to any code editor guys, then feel free to use any code editor. It's totally up to you guys. I'm not force you to use CodePen. I start with a div with the class name of main and li, not li, first another list with the class name of list and couple of li with the class name of items and here anchor element href pointing to nowhere and class name should be link provide some dummy text like services and now copy this li 3 more time now change this dummy text like how about adding a application section and a education and how about section about. Now before writing any more markup, I want to style this first, so I go in CSS, I select main and I start with giving a nice background gradient, that is background image linear gradient. So I want to give gradient from left to right. For this just right to right and I choose orange and orange red. Now give some height, like I like to give 100% of height of its viewport. And now just place this item guys in center. For this I use grid. If you're not familiar with grid and fluxbox guys, I highly recommend you to learn those things because grid and fluxbox are really important for CSS developer. Okay, just set this property display to grid and just and place items center. Nice horizontally and vertically center, as you can see here. Now it's done. Let's style these items. For now on this list, actually I select list and I want to give first a background color how about white and some width like 80%. I don't know why this is not working. Width is should be 80 w. Oh, it's working. Okay, now I just place this li side by side. For this I select, not select, just set parents element to flex display flex and it's now side by side. I also want to give some padding like about 1 RAM and I also set justify content, justify content to space around. Now I want to remove these dotted dots. For this, just set list style to none, and it's now done. Now style this anchor element. For this, I select link. It should be same in visited and active state, not active, visited and link state. Link and its visited state. Visited, it should be color like, how about a black color, and text decoration should be none. Text decoration set to none. Now I want to slightly increase font size. How about 1.2 RAM, and a letter spacing as well. Letter spacing 1 pixel. Okay, now it's look nicer. I want to give some border radius in list, so I border radius, how about 5 pixel, and also I want to give a box shadow 0 and 5 pixel from horizontal and 10 pixel blur. Our color should be RGBA black, and alpha I think 3 is enough. Now give some. Okay, now it's done. Let's do some animation and effect, like add a hover effect on link. How about changing only background color to a slightly gray color. F3. Okay, here I also want to give some padding 1 RAM. Okay, now set a transition here, transition to all 0.2 seconds, not 2 seconds, for smooth animation. Now style in link or active and focus state. Link on active and link in focus state. It should be give a outline, like I said here, outline, how about 1 pixel, solid black. Okay, it's going out. For this, I just decrease padding. Okay, now it's good, I think. I also want to style this outline to dotted. Outline style set to dotted. Okay guys, it's now look good. I think for this video is enough guys. In next video we continue to building this component. We style our menu, drop down menu, that is model menu. For this, first write markup in li. I use another list with the class name of model, and close this URL. and provide a li with the class name of model items and a anchor with href pointing to nowhere and provide a class name model link. Now some dummy text like how about link 1. Now copy this couple of times. I use 3 times. Now style this. Select first all the class list, class model and model items, model links. Okay, now place these links first in down. So I use position scheme. Just set its parents to relative and this position to relative. Oh, sorry, absolute. Position absolute. Now set its parents to position relative. Its parents, it's this is should be items or not items. This is items. So I go in items. Where is item? Oh, I don't even select items. Oh, here it is. I already provided position to relatives. Okay, now give some margin top like 2 ram and a background color how about FFF, and just remove these dots for here. Set list style to none. I want to give some padding on model. Padding should be high about 5 pixel. Now I also want to give some width like 100% of its parents. Now it's look nicer. And model items I want to give padding from the left. Padding left how about 3 pixels. Okay, slightly increase. Okay, it's now look good. Padding also provide padding like 5 pixel from top, bottom and left and right. Okay, now style these links, but we already styled a link, so I just copy this styled. I don't want to waste my time. Just change the class name. It's model link, model link, and here also model link, model link, model link, and again. Now remove this padding. Guys, I think this is look nice. Okay guys, I want to do some styling. I want to change the shape of this box. For this I use clip path. Like I want to make a clip path, like I show you my final version on my stay on page. Here on my code pan, this I think I want this shape. For this guys, I use clip path. I show you how it's work. First thing first. Okay, suppose this is our box. In CSS guys, x-axis and y-axis work like from left to right, and y-axis from top to bottom. So this is our origin. So coordinate here we have like 0 and 0, and a point here. It should, and a point here, what might it be? It would be like 10 from left and 10 from top. And here a point, what's point should be? It should be like 100% from the left and 10% from the top. And here also a point you can give. And here, so polygon guys accept a clip path accept a polygon or any geometry figure who accept coordinates like this. So I just use this coordinate here on model, say just this clip path set to polygon. As I told you guys, this accept a geometry figure like polygon and triangle and circle. Polygon accept coordinates like x and y, x and y, x and y, and you know what x and y should be. So what's point here? I want from 0 0 0 0, and this point guys I want 10% and 10%, and next point should be 100% from the x-axis and 10% from the y-axis, and another point here it should be 100% from the x and also 100% from the y. And at this point guys I like 0% from the 0 and 100% from the y. Now we get desired shape. I just want to provide some padding on top. Padding top, how about 5 pixels? It should not be here. I don't know why this is not working. It's like items. Okay, we have to increase more, like 10 pixel. Okay, slightly more. Now I think this is look good. Okay guys, now it's our model menu is done. Okay guys, the goal of this video is to making our component a little bit of responsive and add 2 or more things, because this times guys our component is not responsive as you see here, but we add a bit of media query and it's gonna be responsive. Like I start with adding a media query, media screen, and only I choose one breakpoint, that is max width of 900 pixel, and I start selecting first list. I show you why. Because in list guys I set property, display property to flex. So as you know, flex set default flex direction row, so I change here to column flex direction column, and I see this is changed from row to column. Now select again a link that is model. In model guys, I set position absolute. I think this is somewhere this is. Now change this position from position absolute to relative. Now it's good. Now add some padding on this model items, not model items, on these items only. So I add padding. How about 1 RAM? Now decrease this margin and move this a little bit to right. First, not padding, that is margin left 1 RAM, not here. It should be here on its model. Padding left 1 RAM. Now I want to decrease the size, so I set model to 2 RAM of margin top, like here. So just decrease this margin top only 1 RAM. Now I think this look much nicer and much acceptable. Now one thing I want to add, the icon is shown on my final version, like here, this icon. So add this icon on our component. For this I use a website ions icons. So I show you how to navigate this. Search for ion icons, go on first link. First embed this script on your header, and search for an icon up, not first down, 7 down. Copy this and paste just after the anchor. Now just copy this model couple of times. Where is our model? Here it is. Now just copy this, copy with icons. Now paste all over. For this video guys is enough, and later video we add some DOM manipulation. So okay, now let's start writing JavaScript. But guys, before writing JavaScript, I want to add 1 or 2 things in my HTML or one thing and CSS. Like I want to wrap this our icon in an I tag like this, and I provide a class name with that is icon. Okay, and replace this everywhere. I know it's look kind of messy. Unfortunately, code will not support any code formatter, but it's not a problem. Now 1 left. Okay, I think it's done. I want to add like a active class in model for toggling and hiding and showing this sub menu. So add here like this active, and I want to like first let's select icon and provide a margin left, a negative margin like -1 ram, and initially we hide all this sub menu, so display property set to none. In this, where is our model, set here display property to none for hiding this sub menu. Display none, and in active we reverse this one. Here we set display block. Okay, active by olds, active not active. Okay, now it's showing. Okay, this is done. Now let's start writing. Okay, now let's start writing JavaScript. First let's select these icons and list and model, because we only need this element, guys, so we select only this. First model document dot query selector all, that is model. Just increase it, and why we writing same thing again. Just copy this and duplicate 2 times, one for links and one for icons actually icon. Now I want to, guys, like if I click on this element, I want to toggle this sub menu, like toggling active and active class that we provide on the model, that is this class, that is active class. So just I want to toggle this. For this I have to select this links and loop this element and provide an element listener on each element. So as you know, guys, query selector all provide a HTML collection, and HTML collection can be looped with the help of for each method. So do this links dot for each. We need current element, and we need current index, this file. Now provide an add event listener, add event listener on each event, like it's listener for a click event. Now if I click on, okay, let's first reload this. If I click on this application, so what's the index of this element? It should be like, as you know, guys, array or HTML collection start from a 0, so it's 0 and this is 1, so and it's also 1. So you know, guys, this should be index are same. So we can do this like models. First we have to change this HTML collection into a array. So we use a array.from. You can use any method like destructuring, but I use array.from. So now we do this like models at the same index position, and I want to toggle the class list, that is active class. Now it should be toggled when I clicking on any element. First, this is a bug. Reference models is not defined. Okay, now save. Okay, it's toggling active class. What happened when I click on this, on this? This is keep opened, but we have to. I don't think this is good. We have to fix this problem first. So, like if I want to open only this application on the current element, that is current index is 1, and after all this education about and services, I want to remove this all active classes. So what we're gonna do, we check for the same index. If they are similar, then we add active class. If they are not equal, then remove the active class. So do this models dot for each. We also need here this current element and current index. Like if, as I told you, if current index is not equal to the index of links, then we want to remove the active class. Like current element dot class list, okay, dot remove active. Now I think it should be worked. When I click here, now it's working. It's good to go. Okay guys, if you notice on any drop down menu or any pop-up menu, when we click on anywhere except this, it should be closed. So add this functionality. When I click anywhere in this window, it should be closed. So do this. We have to select the root element, like window dot document, and add a event listener here. Add event listener, that is listen for a click event, and here we need event target. So provide e. Now just for now, just console dot log e, and console dot log not e dot target. Now check out the elements in the console. If I click anywhere, it's close, is console log the element. If I click here, it's items with the class name of items li, and if I click here on the anchor, we give the class name of link. So guys, if the target element contain the class name with the name of link, I don't want to do anything, just I want to return immediately. So, and if not, it contain active class, then I want to remove those all active classes from the all the submenu. So do this. If e dot target dot class list dot contains link, then guys, I don't want to do anything, just I want to return immediately, return and do nothing. And else, if contain the, it's not contain the active class, that not contain the link class, then I want to remove this all active classes from the all these models. For do this same, like here models dot holds current element. We don't need here current element, just we need, okay, we need only this element, and we don't need this. And not this. Now save this. Now check this out. There is a bug. Okay, where is bug? E dot target dot class that contains this. Oh. Now save. Now guys, it's working. Okay, now it's done. Now let's toggle this small icon. Okay, now let's start working on this small icon. For like in active state, it should be pointing to up direction. Now it's pointing to downward direction, but in active state it should be pointing to up direction. Like if I change this attribute in HTML, like in name attribute from down to up, then it should be pointing to up, like here. As you can see, it's now pointing in up direction. So do this in JavaScript. So first it's happened when I click, so I have to go on this event listener block. So come here, and initialize all these several icons with the attribute of several down outline. So select icons dot for each. Now we need each icon. I want just to log this console.log for now. Console.log the icon. Okay. When I click, it should be logging these icons in the console. So there is one for each. Okay, I for each type accidentally, not problem. Okay, once more time. Now it's logging these icons, but we need not these icons like I tag. We need this ion icon tag. So we have to like go one level down, like select this first element. So we have a method, we have a property that is icon, that is first element child, that is first element child. Now check this out. Now it's selecting ion icon, what we need. So initialize all these ion icons with the name or name attribute separate down outline, that is same as in HTML. So icon dot first element child, and we took the not just set the attribute, set attribute from, that is name. I want to send thing here in JavaScript. Now it's initialized as 7 down outline. Now I want to add the 7 up outline in the active element. So what we need to do, we need to do some advanced traversing, like okay, we have to first find out this active menu, this active model. For this I use this. First we have to select models and find the active menu. For this we have method like find, and we find the active. So we need to return e that contain e dot class list dot contains active, and I want to store this active class on a variable. How about name active contain, I think it's not nice name but acceptable, I think. Okay, now we have to go from this. Suppose we have this selected item, that is this. Suppose this is our selected model, and from here I want to move up direction, like one step up. I want to select first this element, that is I element, and from the I element I want to select this ion icon, and then we want to change this name attribute from chevron down to up. So let's do this in JavaScript. So where we do here, so active contain, I want to move from one more element up. So I have to go like previous element sibling. This is such a long name, and from there, like now suppose this is our selected model, and now it's selected this icon. I want to select this ion icon. So we have to go, so select first element child, and then I want to set the attribute set attribute to like name this to chevron. It should be up. Now hope this should be work. Okay, now it's working. So guys, I think our component is complete now. This is all from my sides.